Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And so on today's video, I wanted to talk about an investment that a lot of people don't really talk about. In fact, some people say that it actually sucks. And really what the truth is, it doesn't suck. It's just that most people don't know how to get the most out of it. And that investment is the trusty 401k. So here's the thing about 401ks. A lot of people may not necessarily understand them because they don't really take time to look into it. All people know is a 401k is a thing that's supposed to help me towards retirement. Well, the problem with that is that people will put their money in a 401k not knowing where their money is going or what it's doing or anything. They just know that money's coming out of their check. So pretty much that's what makes 401ks suck. It's not necessarily the fund itself, it's more so about the way people understand it as well as they use it. So in this video, I'm actually going to give you some steps that can help you to get the maximum out of your 401k. So when you sign for a 401k, typically they give you some options and it kind of be like, do you want to, are you investing aggressively? Are you investing moderately? Like it kind of gives you some simple, like long-term or short-term goals with not much explanation. And typically what people do, they just check the box. Now the thing is that even though you might have met with someone about your 401k, or they might have had a representative to come out, they're not like really managing your account like that. Basically what happens is when you're investing your money, your account is set up and the money just goes there automatically. There's not nobody that's looking to see if you're getting the best returns, what's going on in the market, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So your money is just going there, and it's most cases is never really looked at. People just look at to see how much they made from the year, how much they got from this year, from last year, how much has grown, but they don't ever take a look on the inside. Now, if you have a 401k, you actually can request information as well as get the login so that you can go into your 401k and actually take a look at your funds. Now, this is where you start to really make the most out of your 401k, because then you get a chance to go in and see exactly what's going on with your money. And in a lot of cases, your money is invested in a lot of funds and things like that that's made up of a bunch of stocks, or either it's funds that has mutual funds in it, or it's either like bonds and treasury notes and things like that. So now the thing with that is some of these funds have done well over time, and some have actually not done pretty bad. But here's where you can start to like allocate, pretty much kind of change up the way you want your money to run in your account. And places you would want your money to go to get the maximum out of your 401k are funds and things that are like, really tracking the market or tracking a sector that's really good or something like that. So if, for example, you have Vanguard indexes, or if there's any other indexes and funds that they may actually have or offer themselves that may like track things like the stock market like as a whole, or like the S&P 500, or things that may track something like maybe real estate. You would want to look to see and allocate your money and things like that are that there's going to be a good return just based off of what those things track or what they're invested in. Now I can't really give you like any specific like funds and things to like what it is you should be investing in, because every 401k plan or company that your job might be using is not always the same. So it's kind of hard to say what's in all of them because you don't know, and some of them only use their own funds that they make up and things like that. So as I was stating, looking for a fund that's tracking a market that has some type of success and that is going to last the long haul. Those type of funds you're looking for. Also looking for things that are like bonds. Bonds are really good for putting your money there and then getting a return. Bonds it's basically like you're loaning money and you're getting a percentage back. Bonds are basically like you're loaning your money to the government or whatever corporation it is, and they're giving you your money back with some interest on it. So looking at your fund and seeing exactly what's in it, and start to do research on where your money is going, looking at the funds where your money is going, you want to probably make some changes, because like I said, nobody's doing that for you. They're not paying attention. They're making their money and they're going about their business. So if the economy goes down, your money just does exactly what it does. And then if the economy goes up, it just does whatever it does based off of just how it's allocated within your account. Now, you can, change the parameters around that, and that is where you can get more out of it. It's simply just knowing where your money is going. For example, if you ask people like, do you have a 401k? They're like, yes. Now you take it a step further and say, well, what is your 401k? What are you invested in within your 401k? They were like, I don't really know. I know I chose the aggressive growth. That means nothing. It's important for you to know the breakdown of exactly where your money is going. So that's where you want to request that information, or maybe read everything within the packet that they gave you. And then, like I said, you can actually get a login where you can go online and actually see exactly where your money is at the time. So if you have a 401k, make note of that today so that you can actually get started on that process. Now, the other thing with 401k that a lot of people overlook or don't really talk about is the employee match. Employee match, employer match. The match, basically. So if you're saving like 5% of your income to go to your 401k, then you can actually get a match. Now, depending on what your company offers, then you definitely want to take advantage of that. So if your company says that, hey, we will match your 401k contribution by, 5%, and you're already giving 5% of your income towards your retirement in your 401k, then that means you're actually saving 10% of your income, but you're only putting in 5%. So that's a win. It's like free money being invested for you. Now, depending on the company and how they do things, they may do it, every time you get paid, they put the money in, or as in some companies, they may match it at the end of the year as part of like a profit sharing thing. But either way, that's a good thing. So let's say, for example, if you were doing 10% of your money and then the company decided to give you 5%, then that means you have 15% of your income being saved and invested every single year. So if you're working, I encourage you to do that, because it's free money. And that's a way that you can actually, win. It's just by allowing your company to give you money because you're investing, through whatever program they have, and they're just giving you money from their profits. Just to help you in retirement. Well, I don't know if it's, because they want to help you in retirement, but basically that's how you look at it. So that is the money that you want to, take, and you want to make sure that you get the maximum out of that. So meaning if they're doing 5%, as I said before, and they're matching, you don't want to do 4%, because if they're matching you, then they're going to do 4%. So that means you're not going to get the full total of that. So you want to make sure you do at least their match. Keep in mind that yes, this is about retirement. This is about later in life, because see, what happens is as you continue to live on, inflation continues to go. And your money, if it's not making at least 2%, that's what the inflation is here in US. I know in some other countries, the inflation is unreal. And so if you're just, saving your money under a mattress for retirement, your money isn't going to be worth the same amount 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now. So having money that's working for you is highly important. And so I think we just have the wrong perception around 401ks, not knowing that a 401k can definitely be a benefit to your financial future. Something you want to try to avoid with your 401k is, taking money out of your 401k where you're going to get, taxed heavily on that because you took it out before you were supposed to. Now, let's say you change a job, you're able to actually transfer that 401k over. If you have like a 401k yourself or an IRA or something, you're actually able to transfer those things over to, another account. Now, the funds may be different, or you might have to choose, totally different funds. But for the most part, that's what you do if you were to change a job. But one thing you just don't want to do is you don't want to go on your 401k and just take money from your 401k. And that's what a lot of people do when they get in trouble and things like that. However, there's taxes that have to be paid on that. And if you don't pay your taxes on that, then the IRS is going to come for you, or they're going to send you a nice little note saying, hey, this is how much you owe based off of this, that, and the other. Because the moment that you take money out of your 401k, it's not looked at as retirement money. It's looked at as income. And we all know our income in the US, it's taxed. So guys, I hope these little tips are helpful for you. So if you have a 401k, this is where you start to see what exactly your money is in. Find out what your money is in. Don't just have your money going there and you don't know what's going on. Find out what your money is in. Find out how it's allocated down to the T look at all the funds, and if you don't understand something, then Google it or just do some research on it through that company, or maybe if you could get somebody on the phone or whatever and ask questions. But know where your money is going, and then you might be able to make some really good adjustments that can help you get the maximum out of your money going into your retirement. So as always, thanks for joining me, guys, on this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. When you like and subscribe, it definitely helps support my channel. And you liking and subscribing can, help feed a child or 2 or 3. Anyways, you guys enjoy your day, and I'll see you around. Peace.